Hello. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're going to try to squeeze this in the morning. We'll call this one Shoreline. How about that? Hello. Welcome. Hello. What's up? So, we are waiting for the official word from horses, well, from Double 11 about horses. It could be any day now. Still not sure when that's going to happen, but we do know, we absolutely positively do know it's going to be in July. So obviously it's going to be on testing staging, so we're just pumped out of our minds. We'll be showing a couple different configurations for horses and storage, and we'll be playing the wipe. What's up, guys? Hi. It's a nice armored base right there. Hi, welcome. So I'm on limited time this morning, so I'm going to try to squeeze in as much as we possibly can, because honestly, I'm a little bummed out because yesterday I meant to stream, but I fell asleep on the couch, dude. Yeah, yeah. After a full day, I made the mistake of sitting down, and then I was like, "Brr," and I just tapped out. So yeah, I was like, man, dude, nothing sucks worse than like you're playing in a game, and then like something comes up or you fall asleep unexpectedly, and you're like, what? So we have to squeeze it in today. So the game plan is we should have Rust videos today. We're going to do this now, and then we'll have a Rust stream later on tonight. And I think the boys will be joining us. That's usually a good time. We usually get a little rowdy. So I may have to take occasional breaks or whatever. I'll try to keep us in a good spot here so we can, you know, maintain. A lot of people are asking me what is the base I start with the most. It is the wedge. And I might try to do it here on the console so you guys get a real feel for what that looks like. Oh, first and foremost, we gotta show this. This is so good. Do you guys see all these? Maybe yes, maybe no. Hello and welcome. I know, this is like super early, right? I'm really trying to like just cram this in wherever I can. Yeah, I think when we show the wedge, we're gonna show the horse variant. Yeah, do you guys see these sleeping bags? What's up? Zach says, yo, can I play with you? We'll be playing a normal wipe this week or whatever. So it's probably not best. I know we're gonna have like very specific a server or a specific server for like so people can join us and play with us. We'll be running events. We'll be streaming from there. We'll be doing all kinds of stuff. So that'll be the best time to do it. We do like ad hoc kind of like events, but those are like I said ad hoc. So those are kind of flying by the seat of our pants, as it were. And those are kind of, we don't know when those are going to happen. We just kind of do them. We usually reserve them for people that are blatantly stream sniping us so badly they don't give us any other choice. And then usually we go rock raid them. I mean, that's pretty much what we use the the big event for. Although we did do another event where we made an island and we tried to peacefully build, but it broke out into raiding and attacking. But I mean, that was all provoked, so that's all pretty organic. Yeah, anytime you see us like ganging up and rock raiding somebody, it's always somebody that's blatantly stream sniping. Not even just like blatantly, it's like they've left us no choice but to bring in the crew and then rock raid. You know how it goes. What's up, Kenny? Probably if you want to bring up the over on Discord, and then if you DM me, just um, DM me your YouTube name. What's up, brother? What's up, Randy? I saw that guy at the inside of the I gave him that helmet. Cool. It's okay, Zach. We should be getting the custom servers soon enough, so. I know. Well, it's like that way we can kind of maintain like what's going on and stuff. We do it occasionally, so just, you know, as long as you're like tuned in, you've got the notifications on, that's usually the best way to find out. This is interesting. Yeah, we'll be doing stuff like arenas, and we were talking about this. So we'll have two servers. One's a bi-weekly standard rates. So every 2 weeks it'll wipe, and then in the middle of the month it soft wipes, and at the end of the month it hard wipes. That is the most popular server type on PC. It is the most fun, especially for people that have lives, and it's good for people that no life it too. It's just, I don't know, it's more fun for everybody, I think. And then so I think what we'll do is on our event server, if you win like an arena and you go through the brackets, we'll like let that person, we'll give them like some starting supplies, nothing game breaking, but if they're playing on the bi-weekly server, they'll get like I guess like a kit. It would be like some resources and stuff to kind of give them a jump start, because it's like that way they earned it, you know? I think that'd be kind of fun. This is how do I find you in Discord? Exclamation point Discord, or it's in the description. You got rated 8 times in 2 hours. Oh my, dude. Try a weekly server, dude. Cody says, can you recommend any monthly servers with good PvP? I can't really recommend too many monthly servers because they're usually pretty stale. Dude, if you want action and you want like consistent gameplay, weeklies are where it's at. So yeah, horses, dude. Horses any day now, right? It could be this week. It could be next week. Hopefully it's not 2 weeks from now, but you know what I mean? It's happening, dude. Double saddles. It's going to be a thing. Okay. I kind of want to show our wedge variation, like how we start, and then I want to show you the horse variation that we're going to put on top of it too. And we'll do it all inside of the console here. I think we can get away with this at nighttime. I do have a headpiece on. We're going to have to go find some shoreline real fast. Dude, out of habit, I keep picking that up. I don't know. I'm sorry. People are rowdy. Okay. What's up, guys? Good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you are. We plan everything. It says, I don't know if you can play Rust on my PS account. It says, got officially banned for 60 days. Oh, oof. Please, no, no servers in the chat. And honestly, even if we did join that one, Cody, it would be out of control. I don't think you understand how bad it is when you put out publicly where the server is. It's not what you think it is. It's not good. Again, out of force of habit, I keep looting stuff. Okay, this looks like a pretty good spot we can maybe hang out in. Alright, let's get some of the stuff that we'll need ahead of time, and we'll try to get through this rather quickly, because a lot of people ask me, like, what is my go-to starting base? Some people already know, but we're going to show you, but we're also going to show you the horse variation. You know what? I kind of want to go to a fishing village and pick up a wetsuit. Oh, you know, I could just make a hazmat suit. That's waterproof. That way we don't have to go anywhere. Dude, who wants hazmat skins? I know I do. Oh, to be fair, though, I don't know if we can get away with that, right? Because of the, because we'll need to have it at nighttime. You know what? Let's go find a boat real fast. I don't know if I can play my PS account. Oh, to play horses? Yep. I mean, either you're saying crazy stuff, typing crazy stuff, or you're using, whatever that stuff is, Zim? Do I need PS Plus to play Rust? I believe so, yeah. It's an online only game. Are you on American servers? Zach, you need to read the rules of the chat, my guy. When we say we don't want anybody joining us, it doesn't mean try harder to find our server. That's a red flag for us to never include you in anything. So please don't. We don't want to be stream sniped. If you couldn't read between the lines, let me be direct. Don't stream snipe us. We don't like it. All streamers hate it unless they're specifically asking you for it. Don't do it. Thank you. No matter how they're playing it off, they all dislike it immensely. So if you want to get on any streamer's bad side, go ahead and do that. It's not just me. It's everybody. I promise. And Cody keeps labeling off different parts of the server. Okay, no server talk, boys. No asking to join. Let's just make it real general. All right, well, maybe we'll just cross over where we've got like a better place to set up in. Okay, did you put your name in there, Kenny, so I know who it is? I'll have to check it after, dude. It'll be later on today, because I don't typically get to that kind of stuff till later. Still have a busy day. Zach says I gotta go. Right. Cody, stop talking about servers talk. You're in timeout. We're like literally talking about how not to share server stuff, and Cody keeps going on and on about where he's at, the server he's on. I'm like, don't, dude. Just stop, please. I guess we could do this anywhere. What time is it in game? Almost 4? Yeah, we're definitely gonna need like a suit or something for this. Just started playing Rust. Rusty Balls again. He says, this week, starting to get a feel for it again. It says, after a month of DayZ. Nice. Makes the table so good. Yeah, if you've been playing on DayZ, dude, you're ready. You already know how brutal that game is, but it's also so much fun. So is Rust. I love DayZ and Rust. Matter of fact, the boys and I were talking about popping on there for a couple sessions. So you might see that sprinkled in throughout the month. As we have also sprinkled in, probably heavier, sprinkled in some D4. But I know we'll be playing it during the season, but we're definitely going to be mainlining Rust. Because, you know, we got the horses coming, baby. Trying to find a halfway decent spot to put down real fast. Frosty says, is this console? No. Yes. It's kind of nice. You can't tell the difference. Yeah, horses are going to be so legit. Ooh, what's this? I'm going to go here and check this out. What's this guy doing? What the dog doing? Yeah, I got a haircut later today. Long hair all day. Interesting. This guy's, you know, trying some new stuff. Kudos to him. You could do some very interesting stuff with the roof tiles. No doubt. Yeah, dude. Monkey time. Dude, if you play DayZ and you can survive, you're ready for Rust. You know what I mean? Like, Rust will feel easy after that. You know, because at least we can put down a base. It's nice. I love those two games. They're fantastic. I'm walking over here thinking I'm going to get, like, lit up, but I was like, oh yeah, we're on a build server. I guess if we just find some coastline, we'll be fine. We'll just keep pushing down here. This is a 4K map, by the way. You see how big this is? Our horse is coming next week. There's a good possibility. I guess there's also still a possibility today, but I think we would have already heard some. Well, it's about 7 in the morning here. Um, it's the middle of their workday right now for them. So I guess it's possible, but typically Pedro would have said something, but I mean, he's also done it like same day, so it's kind of hard to say. He did give me a bump earlier today, so he hasn't really said what's up yet, but typically we have to piece together everything. I don't typically get inside info from him. But if he's more active, that typically means that there's an update. If, you know, past engagements have been any indication of right now. Any reason why devs haven't separated old gen and new gen? I don't know. I suspect it is a suit call or a contract piece. I don't think it's really devs in this. It's either a call from Face Punch or it's from the suits at Double 11. Most likely. Like 90% chance that's where it's coming from. So those motivations can be rather different. I keep picking up cloth like I need it right now. Yeah, please don't ask what the server is. If you stream snipe us, we will leave the server very quickly. Yeah, when we're not doing like an event, stream sniping is I think by any streamer considered a hostile act. So we always are like, see ya. A lot of times people are just trying to like play legit and not have somebody get in the way. Like that's not, you know what I mean? Because it's like if you have a bad interaction or you don't like us or you do like us, it's like you know where our TC is, you know where our base is. So it inherently makes things very off kilter. We try to keep it as legit as possible. So like when people come in, it's just kind of setting it off balance a bit. Now, don't get me wrong. We like it when people join us. We like to meet up with the community and stuff. I love that. But we don't have like custom servers to do that in like a space to do that. So like until custom servers come in, it's really hard for us to do that. And a lot of times I have such limited time. I'm usually just trying to play a wipe. Do you know what I mean? Like I get why people want to like hook up and do whatever. But I think custom servers would be the best place for us to do that. We're planning on doing that specifically. So like I don't fault you for like wanting to say hi and stuff. Like we like that. But like if we're in the middle of a wipe, it's a completely different interaction. Some people don't know how to like separate that when they do run into us and they're like, "Oh, why did you raid us?" I was like, "Cuz we're playing a normal wipe." You know what I mean? It's like it's not personal. It's not that we don't like you. I mean, we'll talk trash a little bit cuz that's part of Rust, but like you know what I mean? It's like if you're in the middle of playing a basketball game, you're like, "Hey man, how are the kids?" You're like you're trying to win. Do you know what I mean? And then like afterwards, like you can be like nice to people and talk it up or like go to dinner after a basketball game, but it doesn't mean that in the middle of the basketball game you want to be like, "Hey, you want some nachos?" Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I don't know. I don't want it to be like, "Oh, we don't like talking to people." We absolutely positively love talking to the community and hanging out and stuff. That's why like whenever they do these big events that are like PvE and stuff, like when we did the farming and stuff, I thought it was fun, dude. Yeah, but I guarantee you, when they're stream snipers, all streamers hate it. Unless they are specifically calling for it, no matter what their demeanor or posture is about the whole situation, they absolutely despise it. It is the most disruptive thing you can do to a streamer. Like when you come in and do whatever, like I get it, we run into people because we pretty much play on all the servers. But like if you run into us, the best thing you can possibly do is just like not watch the streams for that week and just come back later and just play the wipe legit. That's how you get content made about you. That's how we have fun. That's how we have a good back and forth. It's not nothing's personal. It's always like we're just trying to play the wipe, you know? And a lot of times, like you've seen it like so many times, like on stream, right? Like we'll have like the best back and forth between like a group, and it's like we don't know they're stream sniping. And to be fair, I don't think they were initially, But then all of a sudden when we mount an attack, they start to counter it, and they're at like every turn we do, and we're like, oh, okay, now they're stream sniping. You know what I mean? It's like we could have had fun all weekend going back and forth, you know, even making content about it. You know, it's like it doesn't matter if we win or lose. That's not what's important. It's like we are having a good time, and it was like a good group that we're going back and forth with, and then all of a sudden it's like, you know, we finally make a push on their base. It wouldn't have been like a total raid, but it would have been like, you know, let's just jump in your compound, mess up your stuff a little bit, and then jump out. But that's when they were like, oh, they were stream sniping us. I was like, oh, that sucks. Well, we're out of here. You know what I mean? It's like we're not gonna sit here when you absolutely know when we're offline, and then you can come like raid our TC. You know what I mean? It's like it's not about winning or losing. It's really not. And to be honest, when we leave the server, either we leave the base open or we give out the loot, or you know what I mean? Like we don't care about all that stuff. We're just there to have a good time and have like a legit wipe. And that's it, dude. That's it. It doesn't go any deeper than that. And it's like when people jump in, a lot of times they're like, oh, hey, you raided me or you shot at me. I'm friendly. And it's like, well, we don't know that. You know what I mean? It's like, and then because they feel like they got slighted, they'll then decide to harass us. Or the other time is where they're like, they don't necessarily think about how bad stream sniping can be, and they'll tell their friends that we're on the server, and then word spreads, and then it becomes really a big problem. Because then people start coming in out of the woodwork, and it's like, hey guys, we're just trying to, you know what I mean? It's like, it spreads quickly. It's like, I don't know, it's a fine line, because like I get why people want to come in and say hi and stuff, but then it quickly turns into like, hey, you're screwing us over really bad. It's like me showing up to your work, and whatever you're working on, I just come over and I flip it over on you and go, see you later, it's part of the job. And then you're like, what? You didn't have to do it. You didn't have to be a jerk. You know what I mean? Like, what? I don't know. Hopefully those analogies help with the... It's a weird thing, because like, unless you stream, it's kind of a hard thing to grasp. Like, even when I first started, I was like, oh, that's not a big deal, you're right? And I didn't cover up my information. I got stream sniped immediately. Like, with like 1,000 subs. You know, so I didn't think I had to worry about it until later, but boy, was I wrong. And I don't know. It's like, that's why we're really excited for custom servers, because there'll be a place where we can actually hang out with the community, and it's not like, it's not crazy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it'll be crazy. We'll be running like arenas and stuff, but I don't know, just be a place where we can actually like pull it off. That's why it was like, it was fun when we did like the island stuff, because then like we invited everybody to like, we found an island that was like deserted, and it was like, we're like, everybody come over, let's try to build, and that was fun. You know, because like we didn't have like progression to lose. Do you know what I mean? So no horses? I mean, we are still waiting. It's going to be this week, next week, or at the latest the week after that. It is Friday. It is possible they could drop it. I haven't heard anything from Pedro yet, although I would say I'm kind of setting my expectation for next week, but it's still early in the day for us. So they might. They might. This is Yo Jade. A few weeks back, the council had a graphics update. It says they reverted back to the old graphics? I can't tell. No, the terrain got updated. I usually have my brightness turned up, so it can make things look a little washed out. I have to have it turned up because my capture card inherently dims stuff. It just has like a darker... Yeah. I also have an older Elgato, knock on wood, that'll probably die any day now. He says, let's hope we need more transportation. Green shift, I am with you, dude. I am with you. 100% we need it. I'll tell you what, though, like, we really need that audio glitch fixed. The echoey sound, but also the crashing off of boats and stuff, right? Like, we need that, man. And it's been over a year we've been messing around with that. It's really tough, man. Your sound cuts out and you're on cargo and you have to hear where people are coming from. Horses would be amazing. I hope they work the same as PC. Yeah, they should. We're even getting the double saddles as well. Pretty sick. Okay, so I just need to find a place where we can kind of set up. Yeah, custom servers would be great. It'll be a space where we can like, you know, like do arenas and stuff and like broadcast it. I think that'd be the best. We'll sit there and make like a tower or something, and we'll try to like, we'll let like, I don't know, 20 people go head to head, and we'll let the best guy like get like some gear and stuff on the bi-weekly server. That'd be tight, right? It says Horse Dung Farm's gonna go crazy. Yes. Imagine being Zen. Yeah, right. I tell you, man, whenever that hammer comes down and people start getting clipped, they're gonna be like, "Man, that was my brother," and I'd be like, "It wasn't. It was you, and you got caught. Suffer the consequences." Nah, they may get suspended, or they may get completely banned. And I don't think you can evade it by making another account. I'm pretty sure you can't. Call it the inside track. I mean, I guess I could go into more detail, but I just don't think that's how any of it works. Oh, nice. They've got the tri-floor. Nice. This isn't bad. Although the thing is because they see all this armored wall out here, that's very expensive. Realistically, that's mostly going to be metal. But maybe he's experimenting. Because, you think about the upkeep cost on that. That's stupid expensive. So I think the render distance is a problem for minis and old gen. Yeah, it can be. It can be. There's actually some new tech coming through on the PC side that I'm sure will convert over to us, where they're trying to keep like the models in such a way so like, because performance on minis are actually an issue on PC as well, or it can be. So they've got some new stuff coming in. So, and like we know that it's on the list now, and we know that the terrain update added quite a bit. So it's actually very, very good for us. You know what I mean? How many of these doors aren't the best doors? I love these things, dude. A double door? Double sheet metal door. Glows in the dark, and it's got animation on it. Dude, I think this is the best double door skin so far. Your thoughts? Your thoughts? Alright, let's go find a spot and put this down. Yeah, it'll be good. Like, custom servers will be good for so many different reasons. A lot of people want to have raiding on the weekends. That'll be a thing. We have PvE, but only PvP and monuments. That sounds pretty sick. We still get like a taste. Okay, so let me ask you this. Would this be a cool configuration for a server? Because I know a lot of people work and have school and stuff, right? Like college and even like high school and stuff. But, okay, so think about this for a second. Alright, so on the weekdays, the server is PvE everywhere but monuments. Monuments are highly contested, so like PvP. But on the weekends, everywhere is PvP and you can raid. Your thoughts? Good, bad, otherwise? And then it would be a bi-weekly server. So like, you basically get to keep all of your stuff for 2 weeks. And then on the second week, you lose everything, but you keep all the blueprints, right? And then at the end of the month, it hard wipes everything. So it like gives people that like work and stuff, have families, go to school, college, whatever. It gives you a chance to like bounce back, like find your enemies. I think that'd be a kind of a cool combo, and maybe a 2x, maybe. I don't know. What do you think about that first configuration though? The PvE, but there's always PvP at the monuments. I think that's pretty tight. And then raiding only happens on the weekends. Well, I mean, no offlines. I don't know if you could really. I don't know if there's any item to support that. Maybe if they've got some kind of system in place to do that, yeah, I'm all for that. But like that way, it kind of makes it more like people will be around to do the raiding. So like you can prepare during the week, but then you can find your enemies and then attack them on the weekend. Because that's when most people are like going hard, right? I think that'd be kind of tight. We might have to throw a third option in the mix. You can still definitely have an offline raid, but I think it's more likely you have online raids. I think it'd make it pretty fun, because then it's like people that still want action during the week will get it while you're doing monuments and trying to build up. Or here's another one. We have the same configuration, but at nighttime, it's everywhere PvP, but still no raiding on bases. I don't know. A thought. Alright, this guy's doing like a laboratory here. I like this. I like where this guy's head's at, dude. Alright, let's go build our stuff real fast. I was hoping we could start the wipe, but we may have to do it later tonight. I kind of wanted to showcase this. We talked about it a little bit while we're on PC, but I really want to show this on the console. Nice, this guy's in a lab right here. Good dude. You'll love to see it. What's up, Nick? "4K maps are big." Honestly, I think even with all the vehicles and stuff, I still think 4K maps are going to be the right size. Anything bigger than that's going to be too big. We only have 100 pop, you know? What's up, Tommy? This is what you're planning for the stream. To chat it up, and then, can I show some horse configuration here? I mean, this is cool. I like the creativity, but unrealistic as far as upkeep. Am I right? You'd have to break that down. You could only it's either completely hollow on the inside, or your upkeep is like a sub 24 hours. But it is fun to build big, though. I get it. Trying to find some vacant shoreline. Oh, I think we have some right here. This might work. Let's try it out. Hold on. Word it says it's impossible to detect. Incorrect. Difficult, yes, but impossible, no. Isn't that their marketing tagline? Where they're like, oh, it's impossible to detect. It's like, is gullible written on the ceiling? Would you believe me? Right? It's like, but if you can't look at the ceiling, you're like, oh, it must be true. It doesn't mean that it's not or it is. Do you know what I mean? All right, let's put a bag down, shall we? Skibbies. Yeah, because we have limited time. I don't know if I'll have time to jump into the full-blown wipe yet. So kind of just playing it all by ear. I don't need health pens or bullets. Must have looted some clown on the way here. I'm gonna do a bunch of locks first. Alright, so I want to kind of do this on the ground here. This is going to be the wedge, but it's going to be a slight variation. But I really want to showcase some horse modifications to the base as well. So hopefully it'll be nice because we're in-game here. This will be a bit longer to do the setup, but I think it'll be helpful because some people are like, hey, how would you do this without flying around and doing whatever? So we'll do our best to do that. Probably need a couple more of these for sure. It feels so wrong just putting a box down on twig like this. It feels messed up. I mean, it is. No doubt. I felt the urge to upgrade that. Very good. Yeah, because this is absolutely positively my go-to build. Not this one, but the one we're about to do. Yeah, we seriously don't have animations like this on PC. We just don't. Alright, so I hope I can do this justice here, and I can do this with relative speed. Let me pre-craft a couple things so we can move quickly. Just trying to think of what we have ahead of time so we can get this like going. Pretty good start. I'm trying to think of what else. I think that's most of it, because honestly, the best part of this base is the fact that it's so cheap, compact, and you don't even need metal or BPs to get it started. Yay, yay. Excellent. Alright, let's give it a shot. I guess, you know what? We'll call this... Would it be the Wedge Barn? Yeah, we could just call it the Wedge Barn, right? Yeah, we totally could. I mean, because it kind of will be. Let's give it a shot, boys. Let's see what we got. Let's go. Yeah, horses are going to be amazing, dude. Actually, let me see if I got any bounce back over here. I mean, you'll be the first to know. Like I said, Pedro doesn't really give me any inside info. As a matter of fact, I can't think of one time where he did, but maybe once or twice, but for the most part, we usually piece it all together. But if he did, I will let you know. Okay, so he hasn't said anything. I mean, that would be, you guys would find out immediately, because I mean, if he told me, that's pretty fast, right? Like, I mean, it would be about as fast as you can make it. Okay, so we're going to show you how to do a variation of the wedge called the wedge barn. This is a fantastic solo, duo, or even a trio base, and yes, this will have a space for you to put your would-be horses. I know we're doing this just before horses come out, but it'll be soon enough. So this is an amazing base because you can get started for next to nothing in the first 20 minutes, and you can have this thing totally secure if you need to sign off with no BPs and no metal. So let's do it. This is a variation of a terrain bunker base. What that means is the stability, or I should say terrain stability bunker base. So what that means is the stability part of the bunker is going to be twig, and it's half into the terrain like so. So the best place to do this base is a place that has an elevation variation. And really what you want to see is, see my blue triangle here? You want those vertical posts, the thick boy posts, sticking out, but you don't want those left and right horizontal posts showing on the left-hand side of the screen. So this would be actually a good placement. You can do this anywhere, but the best place to do this is on the shoreline. So you see how only my chunky posts, the two posts are sticking out to the top? That's how you do it. So you want to test the rest of the build by placing a triangle here, and one here, and then a square down here. Oops, we'll get there. And this one here that's lit up is the only one that needs to be submerged, but you need to make sure that you can still place your other tiles. And, okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to make the TC cabinet, and we're going to do this as if we were getting shot at, or if this were, you know, it's just you and you have all your supplies on you. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you have a TC, which I don't have yet, so let's go ahead and craft it. Obviously, we're on Builder's Paradise, so these are all instant crafts. I would say make sure you have at least 3 wooden locks and a wooden double door and a wooden single door. You don't necessarily need a metal door because you're going to be online for all of it. I'm going to go ahead and place this up here so you can kind of see what we're doing here. We're doing this all in-game, so you guys can kind of see what this all looks like in real time. It's going to take a bit longer than some of the other wedges, but so you can kind of see the configuration. Okay. Maybe the shadow doesn't help. Okay. So once you do kind of your placement check, honestly, if you can body bag at the outpost and then come back here, after you place these twigs, then I would like commit your supply. So what I would do here is I would place a wall here, a frame here, and a wall here. I would go right to making this stone, make this wood to start, and then place your double door. So even if you get clapped, you still own the door. And then go right to making these stone. Now you're semi-safe, and again, you're doing this on a budget. So what I would do now is I would place this tool cupboard. Ooh, we're gonna have to do this again? Oh no, okay, we're placing through it, thank goodness. Okay, I was like, if this pushes us up, we're gonna have to move. Okay, so we're gonna go all the way to the left and all the way to the back. Make sure the knobs are facing you on the tool cupboard, and then place your lock. Place any extra supplies inside of here, and then what I would do is make sure you have your wooden door ready, and I have a decorated wooden door. Open this up. And then you can commit the rest of your supplies to the rest of the build here. So this is going to be where your furnaces are at, and this is going to be your main door. If you don't have enough stone, you can make this wood. It's not super important right now. A lot of times I'm pretty poor, so I usually end up just making that wood. Because honestly, doing this stone, and then the rest of this stone, if you can afford it, can sometimes stretch your budget if you're solo, right? And if you need to make these other parts wood, so be it. You can always come back and convert those. Then what I would do is go back to the main tool cupboard here and then put on the rooftop. But before that, let's go ahead and get up at a bird's eye view so you can see this. I know this is going to make this build so much longer, but hopefully this helps. I don't have admin, so I can't like fly around. So this is what it looks like. And yes, you're vulnerable, so you want to make sure you cap that TC. And what makes this great is even if you can only afford one wooden double door, look, you've still got a single pass-through. You still have an airlock. It's janky, but it works. And the idea is you're going to use wood to start because your bunker is going to close you off if you can't afford any metal. And I'll be honest, when I first start, I can't afford that. You know what I mean? And usually by this point, I usually put whatever else I have, and then I go out and farm a little bit more because this is usually enough. And then you don't want to farm too far from the base, to be perfectly honest. And then make sure you put down a sleeping bag. I like to put the sleeping bag right here by the door. I keep the door shut so it's off the sockets. And then I kind of bring it up close to this side. And this is where you would use a light up sleeping bag because it helps with nighttime. Because you're actually going to put a, what do you call it, workbench right here on the back wall. Okay, so now if you go out there and farm a little bit, or even if you have a couple trees, what you can do here is you can make this wood. I'm going to do the cheap version first to kind of show you what it takes. So, because a lot of times, like, you can sign on for a bit and then you have to go do something. So I would get this upgraded to stone as quickly as possible. And we're just going to show you the bunker mechanism for this to get it going. So technically you could make that wood. These will have to be stone here. And then you're going to put a tile here. And we're just going to show you, and then after this I'll do all the upgraded variations of this. Just to kind of save time. But this is what I mean. This takes no metal and this takes no BPs to get a completely stone wall all the way around. And yes, these are all wooden doors. Because let's be honest, you can't really afford that right away. Am I right? So that's going to be stone, that's going to be stone. So you want your interior all to be stone and your foundations to be stone to start. And this is like as you started, right? Like obviously you're not going to leave it like this for days and days, but sometimes you can because most people are like, oh, that guy's poor, I'm not going to rate him. And then right here is going to be a wooden doorway like with a frame and a wooden door. I know that sounds crazy, but for real, that's the thing. Have open inwards, so you still have an airlock situation here. And you'll see here in a second why this works so well. And then out here, I would say make this wood. If you can afford it, stone, then go for it. This is just good for later because we're going to do the stable. Because if you place a ceiling tile back here and you don't have this foundation, you actually can't place it. So at the minimum, make this wood. If you can afford it, stone, so be it. Make the stone. Go here and make the angled roof tile here. Triangle roof tile, it's got to stick right here. And then you have a wall tile. Make sure it's hard side facing you. You do have to upgrade that to stone, and you do have to make that stone. So here's the look, right? Hopefully we can get up here and get a better angle. So I'm showing you the cheapest way to lock this up. So this is the wedge, but this is going to be the wedge barn, and you'll see why here in a moment. But like if everything's locked up here and we seal this base, there's no way you can rate this unless you go into the stone. Like not no way, it's not unrateable, but the point is, if this is sealed, they have to go through stone walls. It doesn't matter that this is wood, or that this is wood, or that this is wood, or that the door is wood, because the protection comes from these tiles, and this wall here protects you completely. It is a stone wall raid no matter where you look at this. So there's no metal, literally no metal, and no BPs. And this is an all the way around, was 10 satchel raid in the first 20 minutes of the wipe. And that's what makes this so good. And then you can have time to go collect the rest of the stuff. Now, the key to this is, since it is a bunker base, you are going to have to be on the interior to open this up. Let me show you how. Let me break this first. So you always want to keep this twig, by the way. I know we're taking a while to explain this, but so the way you place this on the interior is you have your triangle tiles out, right? Triangle roof tile, and back up into the corner. It turns blue, and then as long as you match whatever the other roof tile is, and it's stone, that is now complete. And the whole way you can knock this down on the interior is you soft side this with your rock. Never upgrade this. This always stays twig. And that's what makes this so dang good, right? And look, we have all wooden doors in here. Heck, I have a wooden frame on the inside here. So that's how you get it started. All right, so from this point forward, we're going to do all like upgraded for the most part. So I'm going to change this to a double door, and we're going to put our boxes and stuff on the interior, and we'll show you how the rest of this gets flushed out. And I'll show you right here. Watch, we go in here and we break this, and it's open. Now, yes, you can get deep down because people can stand on your roof and stuff, but that's not the point. This is your opening move. All right, so let's go ahead and put the shelves on real fast. We'll make this relatively quick. I like to do this all during the daylight, right? And so this is a standard barn, or what am I saying? Wedge configuration. We're going to show you the barn configuration, and we have some tweaks to this. So this is an updated version of the wedge. I think we're on like version 4 or 5 now. So now that we have that placed outside, we can place this tile here. And I do like to make this wood because it's not a, it's not going to help with the raid, so there's no reason to up your stone cost. So we're going to knock these down, and we'll show you the airlock we'll put on the front, and we'll show you the barn. And we'll show you the second floor, like a loose configuration. And this still can have electricity. You can even squeeze in a grow operation. I know, that's crazy. You can do the box on the interior however you want. We'll just show you like a loosey-goosey configuration, but this is going to be your main TC area. I'll probably leave it pretty open because I'm going to have to go back and upgrade it here in a second. Okay, so as you get low grade or steal them from decayed bases, you're going to go back here and place your furnaces. And what I would do is, if you have the means, go to the bandit camp, even purchase them, learn them. It might be easier to purchase them. You can purchase 2 of them for, is it 80? 80 scrap total? This is a nice addition. We'll throw these on now because this is so good for this. You kind of want to do this on the interior if you can. So what you want to do is, this is going to be your output. So I go up to the top, I go to the bottom, and I find the space in between. You want to make sure it's in the middle of the wall from left to right, and also in the middle from top to bottom. And then do this here, and then flip it, because this is going to be your input. And kind of do the same thing, like push it down, but then bring it back up. And the reason why you do this on the interior is the spot you put it in on is the one that's going to be the bulkiest. And so that way you kind of have, your bunker can be completely sealed, and you can still move things in and out. And we'll show you how these airlocks work. And it actually adds to the confusion factor for this, as far as people going, what's going on out here, right? Because we'll have like protected areas for this. Okay, let's put on this other door. And only now are we putting on a door. But you see how this saves you so much time and resources? Like, yeah, like by this time, I haven't even like probably schmelted anything. This is all from me melting stuff down or even purchasing just some metal at the outpost. That's just how it works. Okay, so now we have the basic furnace in the back there. We're going to add the first airlock in the front. This should be pretty standard fare. How you do this is you place your twig here. Yep. And then you're going to elevate this secondary piece, just like so. And then place these... Oops, I did not mean to put that there. I'll show you what this looks like here in a second. And then once you've done this elevated portion, I like to have this deleted because that way you don't accidentally upgrade it, because you're going to be sitting there for a while if you have to punch it down. So this is what it looks like. And it's important you finish the rest of this because technically I don't think these are connected yet, or they can decay. And here's the thing. I really say keep things wood whenever you can. It's a very specific way in which you keep things wood because it really shows other big groups that you just don't have the cheese for it. Now, we have another variation of this top section. I don't even know if this is worth mentioning, but we'll kind of do it in another variation later, but we are just going to make this wood, or I'm sorry, a path here and a wood path here and then a frame here. Okay, so if you have a metal door now, I would say put it here. And then, a lot of times, you can upgrade these now to stone if you want to. And then these doors, if these are stone, you probably want these metal. So that what makes this really good is, you can then take these wooden doors and push them up. And I think it's very important that you do so because, again, I'd say try to stay away from the flashy doors on the exterior, even though this one is flashy. Because the wooden doors really kind of throw people off. And so you can bait some people to come in and raid those wooden doors, but they're going to hit a metal door. So that's kind of what you want. And so these outside frames here are going to be wood. And you just move those other wooden doors you have up a little. Oops. And I keep these wood like the whole time. Because even if somebody has like raiding materials, they're kind of like, do we want to even mess around with the wood? It just creates this like situation where they're like, I don't think so. And this top cap can be wood or it can be stone. I kind of like to keep it wood. But see how this interior is like stone? And so you have a single pass-through. You have 2 different spots you can actually spill out of if you need to. Even if you get clapped, there's no way they can get on the interior because the doors block the other doors. I love the single pass-throughs. They're the best. I'll show you what this looks like from the top. Oh, my legs. Good morning, Mr. Carver. Good morning. Alright, so what I like to do inside of here is we're going to convert these other doors into metal. A lot of times I keep these the light up doors. Because this is blocked from the exterior, and it's nice for navigating the base, to be honest. I like that skin. That one's good. And then I have this one open towards me, and if you have teammates, then you would use metal locks. But honestly, I start solo a lot of the time, so I usually start with wooden locks and then I convert them. Because think about it, that's 100 metal fragments per. When you're starting off, dude, that's expensive. All right, so these frames here are going to be wood to start, because as we upgrade later, those are going to turn into like door frames, wall frames, and then you'll put things like garage doors in there. When you can afford it, that's much later. These right here are going to be wood, and then the rest of this is going to be stone. And we're getting close to our second floor here, and then hopefully we'll have the rest. If you can afford these top caps for stone, go for it. But if not, I get it. Sometimes you just don't. Let's put it this way. We ran like 8 of these bases on multiple servers during the drought for nodes. So this is a definitely super cheap base to maintain. And then again, the whole reason why this top section exists is for you to do quick drop-offs and also to like throw people off. It's just enough to give you space off of your airlock so you don't get door camped. And this is another solid state the base can stay in, and you can like maintain this. I guess we'll put some boxes up here. So like, this is a great place to just drop stuff off. You can even put a furnace downstairs, a fridge and a furnace, just below this, whatever. Just keeps things nice and cheap, and I'll show you the upkeep cost is dirt cheap. See what I mean? That's like a stone node in a crumb, not even a whole tree and not even a whole metal node a day. And so here's the other thing. We'll add the extra layer of protection real fast outside. We'll go ahead and upgrade this, because this is definitely a state your base would stay in. We'll keep this stone, and if you don't have the windows, that's fine. You can stick a wooden window in here. Not the best, but at least it gives you some protection from them just coming in. In this case, we'll just put the upgraded windows. Now, here's what I like to do. So we're going to add extra layers of protection. When you're ready for this phase, you're going to go a bit further, and then you're going to do things like you're going to upgrade this back wall. You can upgrade this, but I would say make sure your honeycomb is in place when you do this. I upgrade these first. Metal is fine at first. Only when you have an abundance of high quality would you upgrade that. So your tool cupboard and the boxes around it are the most valuable thing you have. So you want to make sure you're also showing that you don't have money. So from the exterior, you can see that it's very obvious where the money is. So this is when you have the means to also put up each of these pieces of honeycomb. So each of these honeycomb pods for these triangles are going to cost you 900 stone a piece. So just figure a stone node for each of these with a little bit of upkeep. So you always kind of hide that you got the money. So only when you've got enough materials to not only make the metal on the interior and have the upkeep, but you also want to make sure you have enough stone and wood to do the rest. Because you don't want to give away, you want to show this metal to the outside as little as possible or completely hide it. That's the best way to do it. And another tip too for people that like to play solo, they're like, man, I'm getting popped all the time. Well, first of all, try weeklies. You'll love them. Less likely for that to happen. But also, if you're popping Zergs, which I totally recommend that you do, don't lead them back to your base. Or have multiple bases like this, and then they'll have a hard time figuring out what's what. All right, so we do need to upgrade this to stone at some point. You know what? Let's go ahead and make that metal. Let's say we've got the money, and then let's say our bunker mechanism is now metal. So that's a good start. Okay, that'll be hidden here in a second. Alright, so now let me show you the top of this real fast. Because we're going to add the second floor as well, because you can obviously see the metal tiles on top, or a metal tile. But you've already got, like, just by adding stone and adding just a few pieces of metal, this is already like a much beefier raid than what it was before. You have airlock protection, you have access to your roof. And more importantly, we're going to have a barn here in a second. So, in addition to all of this extra stuff, this gets a little wild here. Let's do the second floor first. I'm trying to think. Should we do the barn? Yeah, you know what? Let's do the barn. Because, to be fair, you're probably going to want the barn up and running as quickly as possible. So, let me just show you what this looks like. Typically, I would get the second floor going first, but it's not impossible. Okay. So, here's the deal. What you can do to just get started, you can place a tile here, and as soon as you have the money, or remember that other double door we had? You can just place it down here for now. We'll make this stone and this stone. I'd say, like, I always start at the cheapest possible configuration. because that's just how I roll. But if you had that double door, I can't believe I just made a shop front. What you could do is just kind of place it on the back cap. You guys seen enough aerial views of this? I know it's different when I can't fly up and show you. And this is very similar to the other wedge, but here's the difference. When you place this here, a lot of times you can either upgrade this to metal so you can rotate it, or if you're lucky enough and you have the stone and you upgrade it, then you can flip it, but either way. Because this tile's going through it, it actually creates it as a half and half, so it's actually a hard side either way, but I like to have hard sides facing out and soft sides facing in. Okay, so here's the deal. When you do eventually get this, if you don't have a garage door, that's fine. Just put a metal door, double door on there, but you will have to get off the horse to do so. But check this out. Where is the garage door? There it is. Oh wait, we already have garage doors. What am I saying? So check it out. If you have a garage door right here and you just have a wooden lock, you're good to go. You pretty much just start stashing the horse inside of here. And then as you build the rest of this out, it'll be more and more protected. So let me go ahead and show you what this looks like. And then we'll show you the automatic door configuration. I think this went to solid square first, and then to triangle. And then honestly, if you have any other wooden doors, I put them for the exterior for these two spots here because really it doesn't matter if somebody raids those. It's more about giving you protection long enough to place your drop-offs or pick up. Does that make sense? So like this would be your deposit and the other side's the withdrawal. Although I guess you would want metal on this side, right? But you wouldn't really keep stuff in here anyway. So yeah, you can totally keep them wood. Let me make these two wood here. This takes so much longer when we're not an admin. I do like to put the I have nothing on the outside. Strongly recommend. And yes, I like to keep these wood. You don't have to, but like, think about it. How many wooden doors are there now in this base? And you look at this and go, what? Alright, look. So this is only for using deposits. Right? As long as you're in there, right? You come in here, you do your drop off, and the bunker can be completely sealed. Because think about it, if you've got a all high quality bunker, it costs money every time you break it open. So like if you're solo, that starts to add up fast. So sometimes you just want to do some quick runs and then drop off. And the whole idea is you can have this base maintained and even another base as a solo, easy. So like in here, this is also like your what do you call it? Mixing table. Where is the mixing table, by the way? In our configuration, there it is. You can put a little bit of water in here, but check it out. I mean, I wish we had a horse to show you, but I mean, you saw it on the PC. Then you'd have like a metal door here. It's like enough to protect you from most garbage. So you can kind of see now how this whole thing works. Can I actually use this to step out? Yes, you can. So like that's the double door that goes in, and then because we have all this like extra usable honeycomb, the base is even more protected from all sides. Now you see why I typically do this where I can admin and fly up, right? Let me show this backside. I know this takes a lot longer, but hopefully this helps. I know showing context top down helps a lot. So now, I know we have this like crazy ramp on the side, but this is how you would typically build this out. So now that you've got your, because you want to hide the fact that you have metal, right? So when you have the money, and I know this, again, we're doing this in phases, you're going to place a high foundation here, make that stone, place another half wall here, make that stone, and then come up here, make that stone, another half wall, soft side facing you, stone, stone. And this way, people don't have as an easy way to jump up, but it also really protects your main bunker mechanism. But here's the best part of this, ready? This is gonna blow your mind, and it's stupid cheap. And you could technically do this with a standard metal double door, but here's what we're gonna do. All you need is a door controller and a red button. That's it. That's it. I'll show you. So when you're on the horse, this works while you're on it or off of it. So quite literally, we can just put this here. We can find a door controller. like this. This works for a code lock or a wooden lock, doesn't matter. Put it on the frame, unlock this, pair this, see it's green, we're good. Then we relock this, and all we have to do, no power, nothing. Find the output of the red button, move it up, and over to the door controller. It is just enough for it to activate. And because the way the door controller works, it will have enough power for it to open, then it will immediately shut because this doesn't generate enough power to hold it open. So watch, if I just press it and I back up, watch what happens. It goes open and it goes right to shut. It is perfect for leaving with the horse. You're up on the horse, you just hit the button, and you start galloping away quickly. And then the door automatically shuts. Then when you're on the horse, the trick is, because she moves so quickly, you walk in like this, and it's kind of hard to like turn around and get it. That's why you have the button typically here, and then you just hit the button on the way in, and then it also shuts the door. And there's enough room in here for you to turn the horse around and then put out. Technically, you can put 2 horses in here. And then you would make this, obviously, a metal door. Or a garage door. Probably a garage door if you can afford it. And then you can put like a double door on the interior. We don't have too many double door skins, do we? We just don't. I like to have this one kind of facing out. Oh, we've got the do not build section there. Okay, great. But you can already see how like this is just enough. Is this, we have to push this back further. I didn't push it back far enough. Or we could put it on the other wall. That would work too. But like you've got all these doors on the exterior of this base, and it really confuses people. That's all active, usable honeycomb. You've got your airlock in the front here that's very functional. More wooden doors. I can't tell you how many times we've signed in and the bunker is completely sealed, and we find some of the wooden doors knocked off, and they're like, yeah, we quit. So think about it. You put all of your, if you sign off for the evening, you would go up here and put like, I don't know, all of your burlap trash up here, you know, your stone tools, or, you know, whatever you have an abundance of in here, because it might get raided. But think about it. All your really good stuff goes on the interior here. And you can seal at the base. Look at this. Go back to metal. Boom. Completely sealed. And it's very manageable. And check this out. So we'll upgrade more of the interior here, and then we'll show you the second floor. Now, if you are running monuments, you may have enough loot to put a armored door here. And if you do, that's when you would make this metal. But don't upgrade that any further because it's unnecessary. This needs to probably be metal there. This will be metal once you have your second floor. And what's cool about this is, even if you've got this window here, there's another way to make this more secure, or to make it more difficult. It's not 100%, but it definitely slows them down. So if you sign off for the night, you would put this up. So it's even harder to raid. So they're going to splash that first, and the metal wall holds them back. See what I mean? So let's go ahead and look at the cost of this before we put on the second floor. What's the upkeep? Still extremely manageable. 1696 stone, so 2 stone nodes, 581 metal fragments. Okay, that is 1 metal node and not even a full tree, so 417 wood a day for like crazy protection. You got 3 furnaces on the interior. If you need more furnace power, you can do it up here in the back section. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the second floor real quick, and we'll wrap up the wedge barn. Okay, so we'll kind of keep it on the simple side here. What I do like to do is I like to put a locker here, and this is where the battery's going to go on this back side. So let's go ahead and just craft those up real fast, because I don't want to make this terribly long, right? Where's our battery? A medium battery. You can buy this at the bandit camp, easy mode. I'll just kind of show you where all this stuff sits. I don't think I'll necessarily plug everything in because it's going to take too long, like the battery stuff, but like at least you'll know where the battery cabinet sits. And you know what? We'll make the we'll make the back wall here. We'll make this all part of the grow ops. This back section here can all be for like growing and stuff. That's what that back wall's for. This will make sense in a minute. I know, it's a little wild, I know. This is nice too, because you can place this right in the back corner. And this is like just big enough to like give you everything you need. And then if you get like super rich, it's not a problem. You just go build another one of these, right? Or then you can go big crazy base if you really want to. No one's stopping you. But I always start off small in these like little bite-sized chunks so you can afford it, because I see people expanding too quickly. Or like they can afford the expansion, but they can't afford the upkeep for 2 days. Do you know what I mean? And again, once you have everything all plugged in here, you can slap a window on. It's nice. And this becomes another loot shelf. And to be real, this one's going to be stone here. And then what I like to do, when you can afford it, you're going to make these metal caps. But that's about it. And then we'll do an extra piece of honeycomb. And that way your loot room upstairs is also very protected. But again, you want to stick all components, boom, skibbity boom, downstairs in the main pit. But all of these extra layers help add this, like, it's like usable, it's all usable honeycomb. And this back room here is meant to be all wood, and then you'd have like a water container back here, and then like some crop plots. That's why you have it. And then I put solar panels on the roof, dude, all day. This will be stone. I'll show you how all this works right here, because I know this is a little goofy, but it's meant to be. We'll have like, I don't know what we have up top here. Maybe this. Okay, so the jump up's here. And the reason why we have that back area is because that's where the grow operation is. Again, very similar to the T-wedge. But you leave this wood up here because it throws people off, because you're doing your grow op in there, so you kind of want to, you want your base to show these like signs of like, hey, is it worth it? And you'd be like, no, it's not. But it's actually quite a beefy boy. And I'll just throw the solar panels up here. I won't connect everything. Like you've got roof access, you have multiple ways to leave the base, you have deposit spots on the base. So even if you're totally sealed up and you're totally like armored and stuff, there's a way for you to like spawn inside the base and like push your loot out. Are we running out of doors? Door locks? So check this out. I know this is a little goofy, but it'll work. Wait, where are our traps again? Right here? No. Yes? Dude, I've been looking at the PC version so long. Our category for this is... Where is the shotgun trap set? There it is. Really? It's by the campfire? Weird. So what I like to do here is obviously stick some more garage doors, or double doors if you can't afford it. There's a loot room back here. I think we'd probably put one box in there or something so it makes sense. But as you start to get those materials, that's when you start to upgrade stuff. So things you keep upstairs are less valuable than things you keep downstairs. It's very important. And then you see how it's like we're hiding all of the upgrades we have on the base. And then again, once you have high quality, you can upgrade downstairs, but keep it small to start. And only do it like when you're about to sign out, because then you're paying less upkeep. Does that make sense? Because typically when you're on, most people won't attack you, or if they do, you can put up enough of a fight to stop them. It just kind of helps with everything, you know? And then even in this cabinet here, stick your less valuables on the top shelf and your more valuable stuff on the bottom. Does that make sense? Because, think about it, we have a stone piece here, so they have to raid this and then raid through this. Then they might raid that, but then, you know what I mean? Like, it just takes them longer to work their way down. Alright, so, let's get this other piece here. Something real cute. Alright, so we'll put, like, a garage door here if we can afford it. And honestly, if you don't have garage doors, you can put a double door here. You just have to take it off the frame when you want to go upstairs. I know, it's annoying, but it is what it is. And now, you will soft side these wooden walls here and turn these into frames. And then it just makes your base that much more protected. And again, if you can afford double doors, go for it. If not, go Go garage door. I just want to show you what this all looks like when it's totally upgraded. And you guys have seen us do this so many times. This is quite literally the base I use every time. Beefcake. Watch, we'll seal this up and we'll show you just how OP this is. Actually, let's go outside. We'll show you the barn part. Oh, you know what? We gotta stick the solar panels on top real fast. If you're just doing growing, 2 solar panels is enough. If you want to do a turret or get a bit more charge, 4 solar panels total. You use a root combiner, you're good to go. It is the wedge barn base, right? You've got a spot to put horses immediately. You can actually build this out very quickly. Even with double doors, it's a place for you to stash your horses. When you're a bit more sophisticated, or even just have a little bit more metal fragments, you can instantly make a door controller and then a red button to make an automatic door system. You still have this place all like cordoned off and ready to go because you can still do your mixing table stuff here. You can store up to 2 horses in here. It gets a bit snug, but it still works. Perfect for solos or duos. So legit. And now look, you just, as you run out, you hit this and you're like, bye. Automatically shuts. I know, so much harder to show when you're on the ground. What's up, Mr. Russo? He says, good morning, sunshine. Good morning, sugar cheeks. Alright, let's show you where the solar panels go, and then we'll show you the total upkeep, and then we'll seal it up, so we'll show you what the total cost is. And this is with no high quality. Honestly, if somebody sees this base, they're gonna go, yeah, I'm good. Right? Because it looks silly. Oh yeah, by the way, we gotta put our metal door here, and then our shotgun trap. What's great is you can leave this open while you're online, and then if somebody deeps you or comes down, make sure this is pushed up nice and tight, they won't see this and they fall down the shaft and get lit up. It's nice. Poor man's protection. I can't tell you how many times somebody spent the money to pop the top here, but then they just don't go in further because they're like, oh, this is not what I thought it was. Okay, so if you're placing solar panels, go north, east, and southwest. For morning and afternoon. Again, I want to hook this all up because that takes a hot second. I have plenty of other stuff where I've done the wedge where I plug it all in. That's what that looks like upstairs. You can put 4, just put them in clusters of 2. You can buy them at the outpost for 75 a pop, or if you have the tech trash, go for it, but I know that's more advanced. We have the battery compartment upstairs. We're going to seal this up here in a sec. Battery compartment back here. Locker over here. You can pop these off when you're online. You can stick a lock on the locker too, just in case. I would stick some kits in there. I wouldn't put your best stuff on, or at least put your best stuff in there when you're online. I do like to leave that twig. Let's go ahead and seal this up here. A lot of times if you're going to do any of the components for your electronics, I do like to stick them in the main room downstairs here. I'm going to show you what this looks like all sealed up, and we'll show you where the workbench goes. If you have another teammate, they're going to go right next to you. We're just going to get the last couple pieces here. I'm telling you, man, it's so good for solos, duos, even trio. If you have a trio, you won't have space for another box. But if you're duo, it's enough to do this and then place another large box like close. You get this guy right there, and then do another large box right off the side. And then you're like set, man. It's like enough to get you going. You'll be right on the shoreline, good to go. I had that for a second. Was that blue for a second? Am I crazy? There it is. So you have your tool cupboard completely decked out with boxes. You've got the extra 2 boxes here. If you've got your trio, you'll have to take this box out, but this is just enough to get you going. Got a little spot under the tool cupboard here. You can place your electronics on the top frame. Even on the ceiling tile for your connective pieces. More over here. You've got your 3 furnaces in the back. Completely protected. And let's see what the upkeep is. Drum roll, please. 2,701 stone. So 3 stone nodes, 937 metal fragments. That's 2 metal nodes, and 440 wood. So 1 tree, 2 metal, and then 3 stone nodes for the wedge barn bunker base. I had to think about that name for a second, and you're completely sealed and good to go. Nice. Cozy, functional, hot. Bang bang. My borrowed time this morning. I was like, I think I can squeeze in a stream. The wedge barn. That's pretty much what this is. Make it through the whole day cycle. Into nighttime. Decent. Sorry, just making some notes. You know, I'm a nerd. That's what I do. So yeah, tonight the plan is we'll be playing with the boys on the wipe. And we should have some Rust videos throughout the day. That'd be good. I'm thinking, can we squeeze in see if we can get started a little bit? Maybe. I don't know. We might talk a little bit more about some builds and stuff, and then we'll see where we're at and see if I got more time or not. Like I said, I'm on borrowed time, you know what I mean? What do you think? Did that help? Was that good on the ground, or was it better like when I can fly around? What's up, boys? Sorry, I'll get my catch up on chat. It says, good morning, sunshine. It said, hey, what's your best hammer skin? I don't think there's too many good hammer skins quite yet. What's up, Foreign says, horses in yet? Not yet. Mr. Carver said, good morning, gentlemen. Super Trucker says, hi, waves. Hi. Says, good morning, gentlemen. That's what I like to see. Beautiful. Little boy wedge. This is. That's all I know. Hold on, boys. And I got a haircut later today, too. Alright, sorry. I had to make some notes. Oh, it's good the sun's coming up. I think. I hope. Yeah, it's unfortunate that our sound glitch is so bad still, right? How do you get car and stuff in console? How to? Says good morning, Jade. Good morning. So it says when you fly. Yeah, it would be nice if we could fly around and show. But I mean, look at this thing, right? It looks, you see this base, and let's say you don't have the, oopsie, you don't have the, you don't have like a flashy door skin on there, right? Like it's all wood. Let's say you even keep the default skin. You come up on a base like this, it's wood. He's got wood patches. You're like, what? You see a garage door there, you're thoroughly confused. Wood on the top, 2 wooden doors on the bottom. You're like, what is this? You might raid one. You might get a little bit. You might go, let's just top down this piece of trash. Most people, they top down this, and that's all they get. They only get that second floor. And even then, they don't get everything. And it's so funny. And then, like, sometimes I'll catch them mid-raid. It's like, you want to get all the way in? You're going to have to pay, baby. And then even if you want to get crazy, you could. This is typically what we do. We'll make these armor. Because a lot of people like to top down. And then we'll kind of like, until we get more of the high quality, we'll kind of just do this. You know, like look at that cost. 4 high quality on top of that. Still super manageable. That, you know what I mean? Like that's usually enough. And then if you really want to get stupid, you could even update these to armored. Let's see what this looks like when it's all shut. Butterdog says, can I join? Yeah, it's Rust Console Edition. It's for everybody. Look at that. Even with a completely bunkered ceiling, armored high quality ceiling, and then you have the bunker mechanism that's all high quality, you're looking at 9. See what I mean? You're good. And then I would start, if you have the high quality, I'd start with these back walls, and then probably this wall, and then I would just do the rest of the interior. Well, you don't need to do that as high quality. And this doesn't have to be high quality. You could make these little guys on the outside here, these stone parts. You can make those metal because they're completely covered. Butterdog says, what's the server name? Oh yeah, hang on. Yeah, you're right. It's RUST space CO NSOLE. Did you get it? You want me to go slower? The wedge. The barn wedge. The wedge barn? Barn wedge? Wedge barn. What do you think? Dude, so good. It's like enough to get you going. You got a horse? No problem. He's all back in here. Like, oh, I gotta leave with this thing. No problem. Hit this. Get on the horse. You don't even have to close it. It closes itself. You keep going. Oh, are you cool? You got a bunch of stuff from the horse? No problem. Come back. Open the door. As you come in, you don't have to go all the way behind you. You just slap that button. As you turn the horse around, the door's already shut. Bam. Honestly, if you grab another horse, you can jam them in next to this guy too. I think when you bring a horse in, you probably like step around and then turn him around like this. And then kind of keep him facing this way. And that way, if you get another one, you're like good to go. It's legit, man. I'm telling you, this is our like, we use this so many times. I'm not saying like, if we start with this, we could definitely do another bigger base. But like, this is the one I almost always start with. It's so cheap. It's been a staple for me for months and months and months. Bam. Horses, dude. I want them. Let me check for more activity real fast and see if we've got anything brewing in that horizon. Oh, Butterdog says, how many people are in your server? Oh yeah, it's called read the chat rules. I just want to see if there's anything brewing on the CFS. I don't see anything officially, so I don't think it's going to be this week because it is Friday now. So next week? I guess it's still possible today. It's still very early. It's I'm setting my expectation for next week, but it still could definitely happen today over on testing staging branch. But it doesn't look like it will, but you know, they always kind of just drop things whenever on the testing branch. You know what I'm saying? I fell down enough. My health is down. And let's not forget, this base is so good. You can even cramp some of these bad boys in there. Is it down here? There it is. If you have one of your homies. Yeah, let me try to just load this up real fast. This is the fastest way I know of on a build server to do this. You could either stick this here, you could stick it somewhere else if you wanted to. You could stick it in that grow op room too if you wanted to. It's a little bulky, sure. I have a feeling when you know you got boogies in your nose, you can like feel it. We're gonna poor man load this up. You ready? Did Butterdog figure it out yet, or? Or is he bad at reading social cues? I'm gonna vote bad at reading social cues. Anybody else? I don't see the server. Yeah, okay, so bad at reading social cues. Got it. Or he could possibly be... Oh, I meant to repair it, not destroy it. I forgot, we don't do that here. Why did I just make 10 of those? Guess it doesn't matter if it's fixed. Does Butterdog even know we're making fun of him, or? Is he even aware? We have to bust this to get in there. What's up, Rusty Rusties? What are you making? Oh, we made a variation of... We call it the wedge barn. That'll be made for horses. I'll show you the mechanism in the back here in a second. We're kind of adding just a little extra feature over here. It's just showing you some of the stuff you can do with this. Am I the worst at jumping? Butterdog says, you say what? No, I'll let you figure it out. I won't ruin the surprise. Man, I want Rust Plus in the worst way. Anybody else? Alright, we'll get the main line plugged in here. Those little gas-powered, they should give us enough. We won't worry about cable management because it's so much harder. We're just trying to get this situated. So, something dirty you can do up here is if you kind of need to know if someone's outside. I'm sure you guys have used this before, but it has like decent angles to pull this off. Now, be advised, if you have stuff like cameras, it definitely says raid me. But hopefully at this point you're well protected enough. I'll have it look right here. Oh, he says, what at least are the last two letters in the server name? Oh yeah, it's F U. Did you write that down? Still bad with the social cues, huh? I'm gonna say yes. Alright, so like right here-ish, we can have this probably angled down pretty far. Just showing you some of the possibilities, right? Like, you don't have to build it exactly like this, but this definitely gives you so many different options to do stuff. Then we'll have another variation of this later that's got some more, like, build-out stuff to it. I think that's good enough. It says 13 watching, 13 likes. Nice community. Thanks. I would typically run it on the floor like this, but we'll just do it like this for now. I just want to show you what it looks like. You know what? We forgot to upgrade this tile, boys. Oops. Oopsie. We could probably get away with running it up here and then going outside to plug it in. I think. Obviously, you wouldn't put all your switches and stuff right there, the way I have it, but just want to show you what this looks like. It looks pretty cool. Think, yeah, it sits like right here, I think, right? I do love the electronics. It's the best. This bass is like so low key. I love it. I know I say it all the time, but I do. I love it. Okay, now that we've got some power in there, we'll peep outside your base. Peep. What's up? Done21 says, dang, I missed 99 minutes. This is, I just got home. It always pops up as a video afterwards, so you'll be able to watch it then. What's up, baby? It's basically the wedge barn. This is going to be all for horses, man. And then think about it, dude. This is perfect. You've got double horse saddles for your duo. And this base is perfect for duos. I don't know why I close those. We don't necessarily need to do that, do we? Did I not name the other one? I don't think I did. Or was it uppercase? Yeah, I didn't name the other one. That's what's going on. Whoops. I forgot a step, boys. My bad. Nope, nope, nope. Is it... He changed his interface a little bit. That's cool. Yes. Look at that. We're peeping outside now, boys. You can see if anybody's... You can have your boy upstairs. You're like, alright, I'm going to take the horse out. You'd be like, alright, I'm checking this DLC, and you can see if anybody's door camping. Right? So good. Cameras are OP, man. Yeah, just enough to, like, peek around. You change it with the hammer if you need to. You're good. Honestly, I usually flip that other door frame in there, like that roller boy, because I don't like them sticking out, because then it's like, oh, they have garage doors. Then you can kind of piece together where frames are at, how much that raid would cost. You really, you know, like I love to hide that stuff. I don't like doors swinging outside either, in most cases. Oh my goodness, am I the worst at jumping? Wow. Cake. Yeah, because in this case, we can get it to kind of... It's cause, oh, I smashed it, that's why. We'll have to wait 30 seconds. Dude, do you love that we can do this? Nice. Dude, honestly, once you have your interior, like you've got your... You've connected this, and then you have like your switch. I pretty much just seal this up. And then you're good to go. We moved it upstairs because I believe it makes the base a bit beefier. Says, do you think small heli is going to come to console? Yes. I wonder if old gen can handle it. It says you can't see that far on the ground as it is now on the PS4. I think they'll do it, yeah. It's really a question of when. We'll have to see how well, good or bad, the horses interact. That'll probably give us a pretty good indication, I think. Alright, so let me show you this real fast because we got a little bit of time. So the other configuration we've been messing with. Well, now that I destroyed that, we don't necessarily need that on anymore, do we? Yeah, it would be nice. I want helis so bad. So the way we would do this in the future is instead of having, like these would be wood, and then eventually knock it out and this would be wood as well. Eventually, what it's going to be is you'll knock this out, and then once we do everything else the same, this will become a compartment. Oops, we gotta knock that out, don't we? So it adds way more protection. It's going to be 2 triangle, blue room. Just a little bit bigger. And this also becomes a loot room. Gives you a little bit more space. Usually by this time, if you're going to build out this far, you usually kind of need this space. You're rich enough to pull it off. You should have enough protection. And it's still very manageable as far as cost. And I think this is just a grow operation at this point. Dude, I let go too fast and it flicks back and then it like doesn't select it. Yeah, like that. Every time. And then this can still be a grow operation back here. And then this just becomes, again, this becomes a loot room. So you have 2 extra loot rooms on the top. You could metal these back areas if you wanted to, but it's also going to kind of show that you've got some cheese. But it's nice, dude, because once you're kind of bumping, it's not a bad addition. And it's, I don't know, it like adds extra meat on the top side there. You could add more furnaces on this back wall, so this would be a loot room for sure. There's still garage doors on there, so you guys see what I'm talking about. Obviously, this is maximum. I mean, this is a lot of garage doors, right? But you do get to that point. It's not impossible. There have been plenty of times where you start off small and you're like, we're rich. Yeah, I'd probably upgrade one of these to metal. Like, I usually go every other one metal. Just because the way splash damage works in there. It would help soak some of the extra trash. Then you could really throw these guys off and then make the top metal. Let's just see what this looks like if we go ham. Right? Then they're like, what? We've upgraded some crazy stuff. All metal garage doors. Let's see what that looks like on upkeep. And we put the armored piece on there. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks like today we're gonna have to do the wipe for tonight. Totally decked out. All right, what's the cost? Drum roll, please. With the addition, 2,823 stone. So 3 stone nodes, 1,188 metal fragments. That's a lot, but still definitely doable. A day. 9 total HQM, and then 414 wood. So we're looking at what? Still 2. Was it 1,200? Yeah. So 2 metal nodes, 3 stone nodes. I'm trying to break it down for like recyclables. But if you're to mine that, you're looking at what? 5 metal nodes, even if you can recycle any high quality, and a tree. Doable. Doable. The wipe is now? The wipe is yesterday. Dude, that is so doable. Still do you grow up here and confuse people? You got your barn on the outside? Oof. We can even do anti-roof camp if you really are that rich. You can fill this in for honeycomb if you wanted to. You got a completely sealed bunker. You can seal from either side. See if I get any splash damage. Close that. Bloop. Dude, totally decked out. Manageable, dude. Complete with wooden doors. Says, do you like the new architecture skins? I do. I'm a sucker for deployables. I really am. You know, let's see if we can do the floor stack over here, boys. So when are horses coming? I guess there's still an opportunity for it to be this week, but next week or the week after. If it is going to happen today, obviously it's going to be on testing or staging, and it's going to be probably in the next... They don't typically do it on Friday, but it's not out of the question. I'd say I've seen it all the way up until like 1 p.m. Eastern. So I'd say like 4 or 6 hours. After about 6 hours, I'd say is no-go for today. I'm setting my expectation for next week now, because they've been in the office long enough. I think they would have announced it by now, but... Yeah, you know, maybe not. You know why? Because it's like... It's the, it's testing. They don't typically announce those. Right? So I don't know. Hope we keep BPs for a while. Hey, BP wife Austin? No. I mean, you plan on monthly? Yeah, don't really worry about the monthlies. That one just had a wipe. But honestly, it's so easy to come up, Done 21. You should try weeklies, dog. You'll see just how easy it is. Try weeklies. Even if you're monthly, when you guys are all established and bored, because I know you will be, step into a weekly. I think you'll like it. Doesn't mean you have to quit the monthly. Just means you got your hands in 2 cookie jars, that's all. We're going to try this again in a better spot, so I hope this works. I think we'll have enough time to pull this off before I gotta bounce. Yeah, sorry, I'm not able to stream super long today. Oh, at least in the morning. I'll be streaming tonight. Ah, I gotta do it from this angle. There you go, that's better. Alright, Mini Satori does this. Again, this is the only reliable way I know of to do a floor stack. I tried weekly a couple times in 2 years. Ah, dude, you'll like it. Yeah, still do your monthlies and stuff, but like, I know when you guys get bored in monthlies, just pop over to some weeklies, especially like on wipe day. You'll like it. Does the infinite power? No, it does not. Okay, let's see if I can get this right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Whoops. 3, 4. Wood with a low lip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, not my setup. Mini Satori all the way. This is his thing. I'll do 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now wall frames. And even like if you're gonna try weeklies, this weekend might be good because everything just kind of started up. That's usually Usually a good time. So just how fast you get the BPs, and that BPs aren't that huge a deal, I think, when it comes to that kind of stuff. I mean, they are a big deal, but like, I don't know. We have tech trees, so like, things aren't that rare like they used to be back in the day. Like an old PC Rust. What's up, Off-Road Jeep? Thank you for the 14 months, my guy. It says, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hi. Yeah, I tried to squeeze in a stream since I fell asleep like an idiot yesterday. So we're probably getting close to the end of this stream, but we're going to try to squeeze in a floor stack here. Mini Satori's floor stack, to be specific. All right, so the trick here is we line it up. I had this before. We'll get it. What's up, Off-Road? Dude, time flies, doesn't it? 14 months. I appreciate that ongoing support, sir. Spamming it. Oh, I dropped down. Am I too low? I might be too low. Yeah, because our build mechanism is slightly different. It makes this a bit more challenging, but not impossible. There we go. Okay, so you would be tempted to place it like this, but that is incorrect. You want to make sure it goes and sticks to the left or right and then push forward, and as you're pushing forward, spam the action button to place it. Ah, it's stuck down. You see how we like staggered right there? It pushed it down. Man. We had it for a second. For a split second we had it. Because we're in this like wedge, keeps it so we're forward. You just push forward ever so slightly. Alright, we have it lined up, the top of it lined up. Let me see if I push forward. Forward! Yeah, do you see how we like bounced? That messed it up because I actually pushed it downward. Maybe I should just do it standing up. You know what? You know what, Butterdog? You're gone for life. Get out of here, dude. We ask you not to stalk us, and you stalk us, and you're playing cute with it. Get out of here, dog. Come in all, hey, I just want whatever, and you're really just a troll. Get out of here, dude. We try to give him hints. We try to be nice. Just keeps pushing it. You know what I mean? It's like you're having a party, and some guy comes over, and he's like, hey, check this out, pulls his dick out. You're like, what? Why are you doing that? He's like, you're like, yeah, get out of here. Or he comes in, he's like, I don't like the pizza. I'd be like, well, you can fuck off. You know what I mean? Am I a dick? He's just like, who invited this guy? You know what I mean? Everyone's having a good time and some dude pulls his dick out. You're like, what? Why? Get out of here. We're all having a good time. Then you gotta ruin it by pulling your dick above your belt. Get out of here. Same old, brother. Ah, yes. Because I stutter right there? Yeah, it pushes me down. I had this so many times. I think I might be too low. We might have to set this up in a different configuration because I've done this so many times where it does work. And I've done it on the most recent patch. I must be setting this too low. Let me try flipping these out. I'm gonna have to analyze why it's failing for us here because like I'm like bouncing. I've done this so many times, but I wasn't recording. The few time One of the few times I've been online, I wasn't actually like streaming. And I was just double checking the build, and I've done it so many times. Yeah, that's actually, I think we do have to flip it out. Because look, I'm not staggering. Well, I did right there. Never mind. We're going to have to test that more. Because I want us to be using that stack all the time. That's so bizarre, isn't it? Yeah, let me try just a little bit. Man, yeah, if we go back too far, it like pushes us all the way down. We'll have to play with it somewhere in the future. Okay, well, we're on limited time, so we'll have to wrap it here for now. I apologize for the short stream, but we will have a hot and juicy stream later on today. It will be this evening, Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate the members, old and new. Appreciate the longtime members. It really helps out a lot. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate the community. It's always a good time when we're in here building. Sorry, when we're building and just shooting the shit and getting good ideas out there. We'll be starting the wipe officially this evening, so it'll be a good time. So can't wait. Yeah, horses. We'll let you know ASAP if it does occur tonight, or today rather. We'll let you know as soon as it does hit. Although I am setting my personal expectation for next week. But again, as soon as it happens, we will let you know ASAP because we'll be all over it. Very excited. So, if it's not this week, it's going to be next. TikTok, baby, TikTok. Or I guess the week after, right? Technically. Thanks, Dun21. Love you, Mr. Russo. He says love you later, BB. All right, guys, have a fantastic day, and hopefully we'll see you later on. We should have a Rust video later today. Not sure when that's scheduled, but we'll be good to go. So yeah, we'll catch you all later. Deuces. Demolition. It's amazing. It's still standing.